You have to be aware that you're aware. Be aware of your thought process. Be aware of your mental fluctuations. When you're not aware of them, you're ran by them. So you can feel very excited, and then what comes after that, something goes wrong, you feel very miserable, sad. Something good happens, so to speak, you're aware that you're aware. Something bad happens, so to speak, you're aware that you're aware. Very simple. So we have, let's see if we can try to explain this. We have mental awareness. We have emotional awareness. And we have awareness of awareness, which most people probably haven't heard of yet. It's the ability to be aware that you are aware. And the best part about it, I would say, is it doesn't have to contain, hello there, again. Thank you for joining me here. It's always a pleasure to be in your presence. There's a new consciousness here that is arising in human beings, where human beings are becoming more aware, becoming more compassionate. Yes, it may be very subtle to see where you're out in Los Angeles traffic and and people are honking and driving this way and that way. With you recognizing this, that new state of consciousness, that new consciousness arising in human beings, allow it to flow through you. I think there's a saying that says, be the change that you want to see. So by you allowing that new state of consciousness, so to speak, flow through you, you are being the change that you want to see. And it may not be worldwide yet, but it's happening. It's happening through you and me. So we have, let's see if we can try to explain this. We have mental awareness. We have emotional awareness. And we have awareness of awareness, which most people probably haven't heard of yet, but it's there. It's the ability to be aware that you are aware. And the best part about it, I would say, is it doesn't have to contain thought, which thought is what drives the traffic people you see, and the honking and the misery and the suffering. Those people may not have arisen to that state of consciousness where they can recognize that they're aware of being aware. They're just aware. Maybe they're aware of thought, but it still pulls them along. It still runs their entire experience. The moment they become aware of their awareness, they become aware of what type of thoughts they have. And at that point, it is their choice to reconstruct, as we have, I think I have a video on that, reconstruct their thought process. So this is happening here, now, with me, you. We are the example of that new state of consciousness arising in human beings. And it's okay if you go with other people and they absolutely have no understanding or realization of that, being aware. They're still very much pulled along by their mind, very reactive, do everything fast, talk fast, move fast, drive fast. That's a representation of you being pulled along by your mind. It's very minimal awareness. And those people usually only have enough awareness to not bump into anything as they walk around. The awareness is not that much deeper. So to go deeper into that state of being, of awareness, or conscious awareness, somewhere you have to recognize that your thought is taking over. So then you become aware of that and you step out of that continuous stream. You watch it, you observe it more often, and things tend to slow down drastically. You can still do things fast, play with kids or do whatever you have to do. But at the same time, you're aware that you're aware. So it's less likely that you're deeply pulled along, deeply reactive, deeply suffering. That new state of consciousness that's arising in human beings transcends the limitations of the mind, which doesn't want to be aware. The mind just wants more thought, food for thought. It's food for thought. It doesn't really care about awareness. It actually may even tell you, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I have too much on my plate. Because it wants to survive. Being dominant, the mind wants to survive. Not that it dies. You can still use your mind, but you use your mind. You're not being used by your mind in this consciousness, this new state of consciousness arising in human beings. The mind may even try to, it's very cunning, will try to trick you into believing that this is nothing that's important. Human beings will get better on their own. We don't have to be aware of our awareness. That is the only way. You have to be aware that you're aware. Be aware of your thought process. Be aware of your mental fluctuations. When you're not aware of them, you're ran by them. So you can feel very excited, and then what comes after that, something goes wrong, you feel very miserable, sad. Something good happens, so to speak, you're aware that you're aware. Something bad happens, so to speak, you're aware that you're aware. Very simple. Thank you.